it's Jo. Oh yes, I did. I did it again, y'all. Been having a little trouble concentrating on projects, so when I can, I just go to my go-tos, right? Like the Marley Bird, one ball shawl, bandana cowl. So I made this out of Ferris wheel, Lion Brand Ferris wheel. Oh, where's my ball band? I'll tell y'all about it. Here it is. It's the color Summer Day. It's a 4 and was 270 yards. So this is the whole ball, and I think it made a great size. So once again, one ball, and all I did was kind of connect them right here, the two ends right here, and then you do a single crochet all the way around, and that's it. So I think it came out really cute. I really like it. Pretty colorway. That'll be really nice for fall, right? That'll go spring, summer, fall if you wear it in the summer. Maybe not around here, or maybe just around the house, because these guys freeze me out in the air condition. So I've been wearing this one around the house. my Just Feel Festive shawl, and I've also been wearing this one, my Tunisian Express shawl. Slip those on, wear them around the house when they get a little chill in the AC. So another thing I've been working on, when I just want to grab things and try to do them, I don't have it to show you. I should have filmed it before I gave it away. I made this basket for my mother. I'll put in a picture. Is it this side or this side? I don't remember. I did take a picture of her with it on Mother's Day, but I didn't take a picture of it by itself, which I usually do to try to get a picture. But anyway, I'll see what I can do to kind of, put in a picture of the basket I made her, about this big. And I put like a scallop edge along the top, just this shell stitch on the top. So I grabbed 3 strands of yarn. I did it with some really, what was it called? Crafter's Secret or something like that. The really cheapy kind of yarn. I had like 2 skeins of that. One was white and one was like an off-white with like little specks in it. And then I grabbed this. Well, I'll show you this. I made this divine hat out of what was left. What is this? Homespun. So this was a homespun, and I held it together with the two other strands, and it made a really nice sturdy basket. It was about this big around, and then up the sides about that much, and then I put the little scallop edge along the top. So she really liked it. And another thing I did was I took a shawl that I had previously made, and I just rolled it up and I put it in there, and I tried to make it look like it was a big flower, but it was a brown and white shawl, so it wasn't really like flower-like. But anyway, so I just rolled it up and I put it in that basket, and that's what I gave her for Mother's Day. And she really loved it. She seemed to like it. So this was what was left over from the homespun skein. I made a divine hat. So that's another go-to project, along with the one ball shawl that I just tend to pick up yarn and just start making them, right? So another, I also made another divine hat with some blue yarn with this Heartland. No, this isn't Heartland. This is Premier Everyday. And I made another divine hat for the Hat Not Hate project. So I have 3 hats now for that. And my other, thought I had them all right here on this little stack on my desk, but the other one got put somewhere. I'll find it, don't worry, and get those off to them before August 1st. And oh, I was thinking about following along with Crystal with Bago Day. She's doing these, she's putting out, what is it, 7? I thought it was 12. Anyway, she's putting out a bunch of new hat patterns, one every day. I think today's the third day. Today's the second or third day. Today's the third day. So she's putting out a hat pattern every day for a week or something like that. So I thought about trying to make those, but I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it, you know. Thankfully, work's starting to pick back up and my guys are getting back out there, you know, the bugs are moving around. So we have a pest control business. So we're finally starting to get a little busy with work. Thank goodness for those who will let us come to their house, because you know how it is right now. But anyway, we're careful with all the stuff that needs to be done. And so I did the 2 divine hats, the 1 ball. Oh, let me tell you about this. So, okay, in the last couple of videos, I told y'all about Ron Strong was starting a Tunisian crochet along. Well, this is the second week. He started it last week. He put out 3 squares, and this week he put out 3 squares. It's going to be a 9-square baby blanket. It's called the Tunisian Delight Sampler. I think that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure. I'll definitely have all the info in the description box below, right? So, so far, I haven't finished this week's, but I'm almost there. Because I enjoy Tunisian so much. And let me show you the first square. Now, Tunisian curls, a lot like knit curls. So this is just the nature of it. But it can be straightened out with blocking and with borders. And when we sew them all together, it'll straighten out. But this is the Tunisian simple stitch. So that's a simple stitch. That was the first square. The next square was the knit stitch, and the knit stitch definitely curls. It's like one of the worst ones that curl, in my opinion, the knit stitch, but it's also one of my favorites. I just love the look of it, and it's very, very thick. This makes it excellent like washcloth or something. And the next stitch that we learned is the Tunisian reverse stitch. See if it goes like that. So it's very interesting. This was the first time I ever did the reverse stitch. This is what it looks like on the back. Or maybe it's this way. I'm trying to figure out which way it goes. But I don't guess it really matters, does it? So this is the reverse stitch. He taught us in a way that you kind of roll over the top and kind of work in the top like this, rolled over. But I found it easier to just do it like a back post. And that's how I finally got tired of rolling it over. My stitches were too tight. I couldn't find the loop. And then finally I realized, oh, I'm just gonna like stretch it out with my fingers so I can see my stitches. And I worked it like a back post crochet. So that was the reverse stitch. Next, this was another one. Well, I have done this one, but not like in a project. This is called the full stitch. And I absolutely adore this look also. I think I like this just as much as the knit stitch. It's not as dense. You can see it's very stretchy. So that gives me an idea of something, you know, if you need a garment or something that's more stretchy and you want, you know, I think the chain stitch is awesome. It looks a lot like chainmail, right? Like medieval clothing, you know, with the chain garments they wore, the metal garments. And so that got me thinking about, you know, costume wear or making a vest like this, maybe even with this same exact yarn, because it's gray and it's kind of has a little sheen to it. It could look metallic like, you know, but I think that's really neat. I really like that. That's the full stitch. And the next stitch, which I'm not too excited about, but it works up super fast. And this is the double stitch, which is basically like double crochet, right? So it's, if you like double crochet in projects, you'll like double Tunisian stitch. You know, it's got the bigger stitches with the bigger holes and gaps in it, and you know, it serves its purpose for things. It has a purpose, right? The double stitch. So it was good to do it. It was good to practice, and I'm glad. You'll see I kind of had put 3 stitches in there on the side. Anyway, I'm not worried about that. It'll wash out when you connect them and put the other border. So it's yeah, it's just like double crochet, you know, Tunisian double crochet. The good thing about it is there's no curling with this stitch, and it works up super duper fast. Super fast. And so these were the 2 for this week, along with this one, which is called the rib stitch. Now it's still on my hook because I'm still working on this one. But this is called the rib stitch, and it is so neat. I'm really enjoying this one. I love the look of it. It's kind of like a, what Ron said, it's kind of like a purl one, knit one kind of rib stitch look, but without the purling. Because if y'all know anything about purling, it's a few extra steps to make a purl stitch. So this basically is working in the back hump of the stitch instead of doing the purl, all the extra steps to do the purl. So although it doesn't look like a purl, you know, it's not exactly a purl stitch, but it did form this effect of having these ridges here. So that's really neat. I'm liking this one. I'm really liking this one. I'm glad I learned it. And bonus factor, no curling. So that's really cool. That's really, really cool. Now, this is the hook I'm using, although it's not my favorite Tunisian hook. I have to tell y'all, I did try to use my Good Furls hook. It's just, it doesn't even, you know, it's just, I don't want to talk bad, but okay, so we have all of this that's causing drag, right? We got these metal pieces, we got these separate pieces, it's causing drag. And then, I don't know if it's the wood or if it was the wood with the yarn I used that caused even more drag. So I tried to do one, just a simple stitch square. As a matter of fact, it's right here. It came out even smaller. So this is just scrap. But I did a simple stitch square with it, and I said, nope, got to find a different hook. This is not going to work. It was not easy with this. But with this one, which I think is a Susan Bates, you see it's got the double head on it, but it doesn't have to have a double head, you know, to do Tunisian. You can, this just slides so much easier. The only thing I really, really, really do not like about this hook is, if you can see, it is flat across here. There is no, there's, the top of it is a bit rounded. I would like it to be more pointy, but this underneath is like straight across. And that drives me crazy. I mean, they should have put some kind of a little point, some kind of gradual come down, you know. But it's just like, and one side's worse than the other. You know how that goes too. Like this side's like very much straighter and kind of has a little something there that keeps grabbing my yarn a little bit. I don't know. You know how the metal's not like quite smooth and finished. But anyway, so this is the hook I'm using, not this. I still have not told Furls that I'm not happy with my Tunisian hooks, but you know, I got them. I wanted to give them a good month or so to try them out on projects. And then the COVID thing happened, so I don't know. I'll probably still write them and let them know that I'm not happy with them, but I'm not expecting them to do anything about it or refund or anything. I just want to let them know that it's not such a good design to have those pieces in there where it's not flowing. And I wonder if they didn't have that in the middle, would the would the wood be smooth enough to have a nice flowing stitch? Quite possible. But all of this gives it too much drag. It's just not pleasant to work with at all. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, but it doesn't flow. So anyway, that's enough about that. I'm loving this rib stitch. And now I have to wait till Monday, next Monday, to get, 3 more squares. But in the meantime, I may just do some extra squares because I think the reason why I was telling you about this hook is that it's a 6.5 millimeter, but it is, my squares are coming out probably about 1 inch smaller than what he said they need to be. And I'm okay with that as long as they're square, it'll work. It's a blanket, right? But the thing with that is I don't want my blanket to be too small. So I may do like 3 more squares or 6 more squares and just add on, some length to it or something like that, just to make it a little bit bigger. But we'll see. We'll see how we get there. Now you can see the 2 colors that I've used so far are this teal and this light heather gray. I think it's called light heather gray. Light gray heather, yep. Okay, here we go. And I'm just using Red Heart Soft. Now, in hindsight, I did go back and look at a video or post or something where he said that Red Heart Soft might not be a good yarn choice because it's too thin. Well, too late. I chose it because it's what I had enough yarn of in my stash. I'm trying so desperately to work from my stash, and Hobby Lobby's still not open yet, or I probably would have went there and got some yarn for this. But so these are my colors. Well, here I got this. So I'm using this teal and this heather, and this one is called berry, I think. Yes, berry and black. So I think these are the colors I'm going to be using for this blanket. I can still change my mind on the berry and the black. I was thinking the black for the trim, like the border and stuff, and putting them together. I was thinking of doing that with the black, and berry's another color for squares. So that's where I'm at with that. Love my Tunisian. So I got a couple of happy mails, and I think y'all have already seen these 2 go around to other YouTuber yarny peoples. But this is from our sweet girl Nancy at NAN'S Next Knots, and she says, "Happy May. I'm so blessed to have you as a yarny friend. Happy Mother's Day. We all need some celebration these days. Enjoy. Many hugs your way, Nancy." Thank you, Nancy. Uh-oh. I see a boo-boo, but I can fix it. Look. My stitch marker came unhooked right here. But don't worry, because I even have O-rings and stuff. I can fix that right up. No problem. But it is beautiful, Nancy. That is beautiful. And I love the pink. And the beautiful stone, the marbling. Oh, look, there's a couple of like little round, like this one has like bling bling in it. These 2, this one and this one. It's like little blingy rings. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Nancy. That's so very sweet of you. You are such a doll. Now, I got another one that y'all may have seen. I've seen other of our friends open up. This is from Michelle Chapon, and she sent me a Happy Mother's Day card. So it's beautiful. Bright flowers. And, oh, what is this? Hot cinnamon spice. Spicy black tea. That sounds good. I might have to go heat up some water and have that with the rest of my podcast here. And this cute little bag with a beautiful stitch marker in it. Oh, and it says Mom on it. Oh, on the heart, and then it's got blue sparklies. That is so beautiful. Thank you, Michelle. You look at all the sparklies, y'all. Love it. Ooh, there's almost like a disco ball in there. I love it. Thank you. That's so very sweet of you. So very sweet. I get 2 more beautiful stitch markers to add to my collection. Oh my goodness. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you. Thanks, girls. I have printed up a new amigurumi pattern. And y'all, look at it. It's Apollo the octopus. Oh my goodness. When I saw it, it's irresistible. It's so, oh, I just love it. I still want to do the dragon in the Pick-a-Pow book. And I still want to do this one I printed up, Squirt the Sea Turtle. Oh, so many things I want to do. But this 40-page pattern is intimidating to me. So I keep trying to read it, and then I want to start it, and then I'm like, oh no, what do I do first, and where do I go? And I mean, the way she has you doing, like making the tentacles first, and it's in 2 separate pieces, but then you have to add on a 3rd piece as you're making the 2 separate pieces. It's just like, ah! Anyway, so me and my friend Nicole from Addicted to Yarn, we're going to do this, right, girl? We just got to get together and just buckle down and figure it all out. But we'll get there. We'll do it because it's great directions. People love her patterns. Oh, this is what is her name? Hooked on Sunshine is the website. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. Maybe it's on here. The Projectarian. Jessie Van N, designer, Jessie Van N. Oh, I can show you this page. So look at that. Isn't that scrumptiously adorable? Don't you just want to hug it? Don't you want to just wrap all up in those 8 tentacles and get some big old hugging going on? I do. I definitely do. So that's a project that I definitely want to work on, and I hopefully will have some progress to show y'all in the next video, and maybe a little squirt too, because this is adorbs, and the dragon. So those are the 3 ammies I want to do next. But watch, something else will catch my eye, and I'll go, squirrel, I got to do that one too. There was another thing I wanted to show. And also I got Hooked on Sunshine. I got her Phoenix blanket pattern that a bunch of us are going to be working on in Sharon's Zoom group, and that Sharon with Sharon's Crochet Corner. I'll put her link down below, but she has a Zoom meetup that you can go on almost any time of the day or night, and somebody will be there, a friend to talk to. Sharon's not always there, you know, but someone else is there. There's the night crew that, you know, hangs out hooking at night. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. I love all my girlfriends on there. Bunch of us are going to be doing the Phoenix blanket, like Nicole with Addicted to Yarn, Julie with Captain Stitches, Sin with Sin's Crafting World. Is Dana with Wanderlust Crochet? I don't know if she's going to be starting the Phoenix because she's still trying to finish up another one of those big blankets. Crystal with Coffee Crochet Cuddles. Who else is doing one? Sandy with Left is Right Crochet, I think. And oh gosh, I hope I don't leave anybody out. I know there's a few more. Let me think. Okay, I think Petra with Petra's Happy Place might be doing one too. And I'm trying to look at our list here. Sweet Tea, Teresa, are you doing one? And Cindy, Freeze Baby Fibers, she might be doing one. I'm not quite sure if all these other girls are doing one. I said Jana, Beth, Yarny Cat, I don't know if you're doing one or not. She comes on Zoom a lot. And, yeah, so, and Taffy, I don't know if she's doing one either. But, anyway, love all my girls. And, if any of y'all want to do one too, I'll put the link down below to the pattern so you can look at it. And I'll insert a picture because I didn't print out the pattern yet, but it's on my computer. I need to go print it out. And we're supposed to be starting that on the 15th, which is this Friday, which is also Melissa Kreider's birthday, y'all. Go wish her a happy birthday, sweet Melly. She, Sweet Melissa Makes and More is the name of her channel. And I'll link her down below too, but her birthday is Friday. So go wish her a happy birthday. I need to tell y'all what we did on Zoom for Cinco de Mayo. I'm going to put a picture in, a screenshot that we have of all of us on Zoom with our little, oh, look, I still got stitch mark in there because I attached it to my hair. With our little sombreros. I said they're like little fascinator sombreros. And we all had one on in the picture. Most of us did. Some made theirs out of tinfoil. Dana, hilarious. And anyway, so we all had little sombreros on. You may have seen this picture on Instagram. I took a picture of my little spider with his sombrero on. So I need to take that picture. And now we're like talking about, oh, what's the next holiday? We can make a little head something, you know, and take a picture with everybody in it. So we were talking today, as a matter of fact. I said, oh, we can make poppies for Memorial Day. That would be fun. And then, of course, you know, 4th of July. But Canada Day, because there's a few Canada peeps on Zoom. Sharon's from Canada that has the Zoom, Sharon's Crochet Corner. And so their Canada Day is July 1st, and so their colors are red and white, right, for Canada. So we're going to make red and white something to wear on our heads for Canada Day, and then for 4th of July, we just have to add blue for red, white, and blue. And, oh, there was something recently coming up. They celebrate something called May 24, and I was thinking it might be something like, I should look it up, but anyway, it's like the start of spring, and that's when everybody like does all their spring celebration or whatever. And but it's also celebrated as Queen Victoria's birthday that they celebrate. And so we might make like little crowns or something to wear on May 24th, which they refer to it as May 24. So that'll be fun. So that'll be coming up, and then we'll have Memorial Day, and then we'll have 4th of July, and then we'll have whatever else we want to celebrate. So finally got an email about Crochet Society box number 10 is finally in the mail. So I am looking so forward to receiving that. It might be another week. I don't know. They couldn't give us, what do you call it? Where you can tracking. They couldn't give us tracking information this time because of the postal service, whatever, you know, with all the stuff going on. So, I'm hoping to get that soon, and then box 11 hopefully shortly thereafter. But Knit Crate is another story, and I kind of postponed Knit Crate for a while. How do I put this nicely? I was a bit disappointed in them wanting to send us bare skeins of yarn and Kool-Aid packets for us to dye it ourselves. And I totally get it if you love that. I totally get it. I actually would love to get some bare yarn and dye it for myself one day when I have the time to devote to it and, you know, learn about it all. But in the meantime, you know, I joined this subscription box to receive beautifully good fibers, hand-dyed, you know, premium fiber yarn. And I was a bit disappointed when they wanted to send me bare yarn with Kool-Aid packets to dye myself. So I put my subscription on hold. And unbeknownst to me, I put it on hold for last month too, which I thought I was just putting it on hold to not receive the bare yarn. So I didn't get my pretty sparkly yarn from last month that I was supposed to receive. I didn't get charged for it either, but I didn't, so I missed out. Now I'm going to miss out on 2 months, and I don't know if I'm going to pick it back up the next month or not, because upon further reflection, I have so much of my knit crate yarn that I have not used for anything. And like I think these 2 boxes right here are stacked up with a lot of knit crate yarn, and I still have some in boxes over here and packages back there of knit crate yarn. And I think it's a shame that I just keep collecting it and not using it for anything. So what I want to do is start using it, and then maybe I'll start the subscription back up, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I've got my eyes and ears open for different boxes. If y'all know of a or if you have joined a subscription box that you really like, please let me know about it. I'd love to check it out, you know, at least look on the website and stuff like that. There's a couple I have my eye on right now that I may start up, you know, after the summer when I can get back, when I can work on some more of this stash. And but oh my goodness, heaven forbid, if Hobby Lobby opens back up and then they have their big clearance sale, I'll never get my stash down again, because I know I'm going to build it back up. But we'll see. I keep saying we'll see because that's just the way it is. It is what it is, folks. We'll see. So I hope y'all had a wonderful Mother's Day this past weekend. And I got to spend some time with a couple of my boys, and my mother and one of my brothers came over. So we had a nice visit, a good lunch, and played some outdoor games and just hung out and talked for a while. So it was really nice. So my son Miguel cooked us this most scrumptious lunch, and my son Ian bought me these beautiful red roses, and my hopefully one day soon to be daughter-in-law, she got me this beautiful orchid plant. So I wanted to show y'all some, but if you want to stay at the end of the video, I'll show you pictures of the flowers that they got me. And also I took a bunch of pictures of the blooms around in our yard right now, since it's spring is in full force and everything's blooming. If you want to stick around, I'll put those on the end. And we have some citrus blooming as well. We have tons. Our key lime tree has hundreds of little limes, about that big. And our little lemon tree might have a couple of dozen. And our tangerine tree, for the first time this year, we have 2. We have 2 tangerines. So that's really cool. We might have about a dozen and a half figs on the little bitty fig tree I have too. So that's neat. I love that. And various flowers blooming. So I'll put those pictures on the end, and I'll see y'all soon. So thanks y'all for sticking around for Jo's Web number 54. And be kind and be blessed. And I'll see you next time. Bye.